Let us now start our day with the first session titled Needs and Wants by Neelam Kampiani, a result-oriented e-commerce operations professional offering over 15 years of experience leading operations strategy, roadmaps, and implementation of complex online and organized retail projects, including sales processes, merchandising, brand management, promotions, revenue generation, inventory management, ordering, team development, training, and customer satisfaction. She is also a proactive team builder and a natural motivator with solid contributions across career paths. Professionally committed with proven ability to handle wide range of functions using a combination of creative, organizational, and presentation skills. Thank you, ma'am, for being here to mentor and guide our attendees. Ma'am, I now request you to please deliver the session. Over to you,
Uh,
ma'am.
Thank you, Keshav, and thank you, Arohi. Thank you very much. And such a lavish, such a lavish uh, description of my profile. Thank you so much for that. But one thing I would like to mention is that I just love to work with students. Okay, so that is my passion, and so we what I have tried to do here is I have tried to put up a small training program for you all, and so today's day I want to fill up with a lot of activities for you, a lot of thinking, because unless and until that thinking starts, your business mind will not be awake and ready to accept the changes and the new horizons that you have to reach. Okay, so again, thank you, host. And Keshav, I would really appreciate that you navigate the screen for me. Um, Thank you for taking the initiative. Israni sir, thank you for inviting me to be here to interact with this lovely crowd here. So shall we start the session, or any introductory questions from the group, because it's an interactive session. So I would want people to interact. So whatever they want to know about me, you can ask me in the form of questions, because that's how I want my session to be. Yes,
Uh,
any questions?
As of now, there are no questions, ma'am. We can start off the session. Once we get
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, thanks, Arohi. So we'll move on to the first slide of the session. And uh, Keshav, please go to the slide number 2 here. Yes. So we start the session with a small activity. Okay. So this small activity, we'll just try to squeeze it up in 5 minutes, and I want all of you to participate in this. So what I'm asking you to do here is that imagine yourself being sent to live in this bubble, okay, for a period of 2 years, say. So what are those 25 things that you will carry along with you? So I want each one of you to make a list, okay? Now I'll give you 5 minutes to make this list. Once you have crossed 15 things on this list, please raise your hand so that I know that there are people who have crossed 15 things on their list. Okay, so shall we start it right away? So Prathamesh, Ritika, Sanik, Sakina, Sandeep, Sushanto, Amey, I want all of you to make a list. Any difficulty in making this list? I'm there to help you. You can ask me.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, what is the bubble means? I didn't understand.
See, this is a bubble, which means you have to stay inside this bubble. You cannot go out. Just the way you quarantine yourself. So you are supposed to stay inside this for 2 years. So what is it that you don't have any packaging done. So just imagine yourself packing for this journey of 2 years. So you'll be left in the sea, and after 2 years, somebody will come and collect you. So what is it that you will take with you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, does pet and human being count?
Not human beings and pets also, because you're supposed to stay there alone.
Got it, ma'am.
Yeah. Anyone who has completed 15 things on this list, please raise your hand so that I know. Anyone who has completed 10 things on this list, please raise your hand. Siddharth, you say it's difficult to go beyond 5. Okay. Good that you've actually come up with 5. Please try and add at least 2, 3 more on the same. Anybody else?
Ma'am,
Yes.
mine had 10 things.
Very good, Ritika. Very good. Anybody else? Because I want at least 4, 5 lists, which were ready with more than 10 things, so that we can start the discussions, and the others probably can continue writing this list. Yes, Sakina has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sakina, you could try and add more.
Gaurav Gupta has put about 11 things.
Very good, Gaurav. So I think so. We'll start with Gaurav. Let's see what is there on his list, because that's how the session is going to start today.
Gaurav actually is watching this program on YouTube. So Gaurav, can you please put up your options on YouTube? I'll read it out for ma'am.
Wait. Even I could. Okay. Yeah, that should be good, sir. So by the time Gaurav can put in, I think we'll start with Ritika. Yes, Ritika. Ritika, are you there?
So Ritika has put her list in the message in the chat box. Can you read it?
Yeah,
ma'am?
yeah, yeah. Yes, but I would really want to interact with Ritika. So
Yes,
Ritika, any problems? Yeah. Ritika, it would, because as I mentioned to you at the beginning of this session, it's an interactive session. So let's let's listen to your list from you.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So how many things do you have on your list?
It's clothes,
Okay.
clothes, charger, mobile phone, basket, food, shampoo, towel, conditioner, makeup kit, type of cream for our skin, as in we apply it in daily routine, and the essential things that we need.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Sakina, can you read your list for us?
Yeah, I just wrote few, that is mobile, laptop, 1 minute, where is it? Mobile, laptop, clothes, food, charger, bag.
Okay. Siddharth, your list?
Neelam ma'am, sorry
Yes,
to
ma'am.
cut you again. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt again. Sakina ma'am is a faculty of SP IT. She's a
Okay.
faculty
Okay.
member,
Thank
and
you for telling me that, sir.
I'm really glad, Sakina ma'am, you actually participated in this activity. Thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me know, sir. Thank you so much.
So,
Sakina
ma'am,
मैम
my
आपने तो ज्यादती कर दी हम पे तो.
No, ma'am, no.
Anybody who is a faculty, please mention to me so that I can address you the right way. I really appreciate that.
yes, ma'am. So my list includes food, Wi-Fi, books, some gym equipments, clothes, and all electronic essentials.
Okay. Dineshji, you were going to read me the list for Gaurav, which Gaurav has posted.
So Gaurav's list has not yet come, but there's a girl called Sanchali Fadnis. She has put up, she'll carry mobile, charger, water bottle, few clothes, diary and a pen, few Maggie packets,
good.
and medical kit.
Yeah. So what I will do now is there is a small change in this condition. Okay. Now where I have said 25 things, I want to, there is a last minute change, and I want you to carry only 3 things with you. Okay. So Arohi, we have your list here. And what I would request you, please select only 3 things. Not select, you can choose only 3 things. You're not allowed to carry 25. You are just allowed to carry 3 things with you. So Arohi, what are those 3 things that you will carry with you?
Clothes, food, and my mobile phone.
Okay, very good. Siddharth, which are those 3 things you would carry with you?
Clothes, food, and electronic essentials.
Okay. Ritika,
Yes, ma'am.
just 3 things that, there is a change in this condition and you can carry only 3 things. So which are those 3 things now?
Clothes, food, and mobile phone.
Okay. Sushanto, what about you? Your list is very extensive, very good. So, but there is a change now. You can take only 3 things with you. So what are those 3 things that you will carry?
Food, laptop, and books.
Okay. Dinesh sir, if you could read the same from the channel, any responses there? Because now they have to carry only 3 things with them. Okay. So Dinesh ji, whenever there is a reply, please pitch in so that we can accommodate the replies.
Surely. In fact,
Oh.
ma'am, I just want to tell the technical team, YouTube is facing certain sound issues, the audio issues. So can you please start attending to it?
Yes, sir. We'll do
Yeah,
that.
and ma'am, Gaurav Gupta has put 3 things: food,
Okay.
clothes, and water.
Perfect. Very good. So now let us go to the next slide, Gaurav. And what did we do, in this 5-10 minutes that we have? What did we do? Did we try to understand needs and wants? I would say yes. If by the end of this session, you also say yes, I think that's a success for me. That yes, you have understood what I plan to deliver today. Okay. So what did we do? First, we took an array of things that we thought we will need when we go to this bubble. Okay. But when we had to restrict these things, what did we use to decide what are those 3 things? Okay. This is one question. The other is, if you observe the list of everyone when they had to cut it down to 3 things, there are some commonalities. So let us try to find out along with these commonalities, what did we apply to reduce this list of 25 to 3? Okay. So what was common, when I asked them to make it to 3? Anybody can answer. I would appreciate if, because, ma'am has really taken the initiative of participating, but I did not ask her, when it came to reducing her list to 3. So, Sakina ma'am, I would really appreciate if you could start this discussion.
Ma'am, Amay has a very smart answer in the chat box. You can have a look.
I can try 3 huge suitcases. Well, Amay, then you get only the suitcases and you cannot put the 25 things inside. It's a smart bubble, okay? But yeah, that's an interesting answer. Yes, Sakina ma'am.
Now, food would be first thing to carry.
Yes. So we observe that when we ask everyone to reduce the list to 3, almost everyone has food on their list, right?
Absolutely, ma'am. Here I would want to add one thing. There is a boy called Sunil Patil, and he has written the 3 important things would be writing material, violin, and skincare products. So I think he's assuming the food would be given to him by the bubble. Hello? Was I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes.
Neelam ma'am, are you there? So Sunil, you seem to be a musician, huh? You can't live without the violin. We have Sanchali's answer: mobile, charger, and food. I think Neelam ma'am is having some network issues, is it?
Yes, sir. I guess she has left the meeting. She'll probably rejoin in a minute.
Yeah, possibly network issues. Meanwhile, anyone who wants to add some more 3 things that ma'am has
We
been
have
asking for.
one more answer in the live stream by Akshita Mohote.
Huh.
And her 3 things are water, food, communicating gadget. Hello, Dinesh sir. Any leads from Neelam ma'am? Because we don't have a contact number.
Yeah, yeah. No, I just spoke to her. I mean, I've been trying to get in touch with her. Her phone is, not going through.
Yes.
So, yeah. So we just wait for a minute. In the meanwhile, let's take this discussion further. What are the three important things that you said we need to carry? I mean, anyone else who would want to add some more? There is someone from Digambar. Digambar, you've written motive, book, and food. Motive. I just couldn't understand this.
So I think he wants to say that he requires one motive so that he can develop his personality over a period of 2 years in that bubble.
Water bottle also can be considered, but then we really can't estimate na like in the whole period of 2 years how many bottles will be required exactly. What do you think, Siddharth?
Yeah, I agree exactly. So let us now just explore the essential things like food, water, shelter, clothes, or even books. And let's try to take something else. Like, what are the things which are required apart from this? What do you think, Arun?
See, considering that food and water will be available as Milind has specified, I personally think that laptop, network connection, and books are my next three essential options that I would really consider for the vacation of 2 years.
Yeah, I think that's really important thing because apart from food, shelter, water, the next most essential thing in today's generation or in 21st century is Wi-Fi or the stable internet connection. Like as we are facing this situation right now, our beloved host Neelam ma'am is trying to connect with us, and the most essential thing is disrupted.
Yes, and secondly, in this pandemic, our whole like we can say career depends on the network connection that we have because everything goes on online only. So Wi-Fi has now become a very integral part of everyone's life.
And during this whole pandemic situation, we really know, like even people have stopped buying clothes and other things because we are just staying in our homes and we don't all of us doesn't require to turn on our cameras,
Yeah.
so they can just wear whatever they want, or even if they feel like they don't want to wear something, then they have a choice.
By the way, Milind, you can feel free to unmute yourself and join us in the discussion. No issues. Anyone from the meet can unmute and join us in the discussion until ma'am joins.
Good morning, all. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the meet.
I apologize. I joined late, so I could not contribute from the start. But it's a very good topic, and it is a good brainstorming session while we wait for ma'am to join back.
Yes, definitely.
My thought process, if I can say a few words, was like, I mean, we can assume that we are being put in a bubble, but we are not being, I mean, sent away from civilization. So even though we are in a bubble, we can expect like the basics will still come to us in some way, such as food and water, because it's not logical to be in a bubble and be self-sustained for a year. I believe that is not practically possible. So what will be difficult for us is the isolation. So we have to be be able to communicate with the outside world. So if we carry a laptop or a smartphone, obviously with its charger and accessories, that is something which will allow us communication with the outside world. I believe if food and water, these two things are being, looked after, obviously the third want or a need what we would have is like communicating with the outside world. So that would make our life, I believe, the essentials are being taken care of. This is my 2 bits about this. Thank you once again.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I think that's the beauty of this digital era. We can connect with this whole world just by sitting at our
Yes,
rooms.
I've just joined.
Yes.
Welcome back, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, in your absence, there was a good discussion going on about what they should take and what they should not take.
Okay. Yes,
And,
thank you.
Yeah. So Milinji
Thank you
had
for
a
filling me
very
in, sir.
good Milinji had a very good point to say that if Milinji, we would request you to please come in and give your point once again.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm just a participant. I'm signing in from Goa. I'm what I meant to. Kind of put forward my point as like, since we are being sent to a bubble, basically we are being isolated from the outside world. So we can still assume that we will be provided with the basics such as food and water in some manner, because it is not possible to be, self-sustained in a bubble for a year in a realistic manner. That is one assumption I'm making. So
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is like for being in touch with the loved ones, for being like man being a social animal, we would expect if we just have a communication device, either a laptop or a smartphone, along with its accessories, I believe that is the only thing what will keep us in a good mental state through any year. This was my thing.
Okay. Absolutely appreciated your opinion, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So see, there are so many different thoughts on how we are going to prepare this list and how we are going to reduce this list. So we are prioritizing. Now, what is it that we use when we are prioritizing? So this is what is all about needs and wants. So we thought we will need these 25 things. So as sir rightly assumed, he thought that he must assume, because it is anyways an arbitrary situation. So he assumed things 1 to 3. We had another answer where he assumed that 3 things could be packed, and you could pack 3 things, more things inside those 3 things, like a suitcase, and he's packing things inside. So that's one way of looking at it. But all in all, what we have done is, first we have written down a list which actually represents our wants, okay? And then when we had to reduce it to bare minimals, that is what that's the point when we have identified what is going to be our need, in these 2 years on the bubble. And that's where we have prioritized those needs, and that is where we have chosen only 3 things. It's an arbitrary situation, as rightly pointed out by sir. Absolutely. But this is the activity, and this was the intention of the activity, that first you create a long list. When you create this long list, it was absolutely representing your wants. And when you have tried to concise it to just 3 things, you have prioritized and you have selected out of these wants, you have selected your needs. So on this note, let us go further in this session, and let's deeply look into what are needs and what are wants, and how this understanding of needs and wants, we can apply to our business mind. Okay. So I would appreciate we go to the next slide. Yeah. So we'll just look up. Now, this is the definition of the need. By the term needs, we mean those requirements which are extremely necessary for human beings to live a healthy life. Okay. So they are absolutely necessary for a human being to live. These are our needs. Yes, anybody would want to, connect what we have mentioned here as a definition to the activity that we did, just when we started the session. I would appreciate comments from anybody.
Ma'am, the needs were clothes, food, and the shelter.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Bang on, because that is exactly what our needs are. Now let's look at wants. Wants are something that a person would like to possess either immediately or at a later stage. So when we were looking at this list, so what are those things? Ritika, because you gave a thought on what were needs, can you identify certain items that were on your list, but they were actually wants?
Mobile phone.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay. Now, going
Wi-Fi.
further in, absolutely right. Absolutely right. So again, now, let us look into what is difference between needs and wants. What are the difference, or how we can compare and understand what are needs and wants. So first and foremost, the difference is that the needs are unlimited. So how many of you would agree to my point that needs are unlimited? I would want them to raise their hand, because I would want to know how many people actually, participating in this session and understanding what I'm saying. Yes, please raise your hand. So we have Milind sir, Sushanto, Nikita. Yes, Mr. Sushanto, would you like to comment more on why do you feel wants are unlimited?
Cause the day we think we have sufficient thing, the day that day is the I believe that day is the last day, cause it's a human tendency that yeah, it's a human tendency that their needs never end. The day we
True.
if we frame it in a better way, it will be like the day we think we have sufficient thing, we stop developing ourselves. Yeah.
Okay. So that is why these wants keep on coming, and that is why we keep on acquiring or trying to fulfill these wants all the time, right?
Yes.
Anybody else? Yes. Anybody else who agrees to sir's view? Yes. Abhilash, sir, you want to add something?
No, madam. I think, I mean, I think he summarized it. Like, basically, it is
Okay, but
about
then
desire.
I have a different question for you, Abhilashji. So now, if I say wants are unlimited, you have agreed. So in a way, if I say needs are limited, do you agree to that point of view, and why?
Needs are, I mean, like basic necessities. So if you really look at the basic necessities, those are, we don't really, it is not like desire. So it is very, very, very basic limitation that we require to survive. That's
Right. So, that really gets us to understanding the definition further, that needs refer to the individual's basic requirements that must be fulfilled. And these requirements are such that, they are related to his survival. Whereas wants are described, as services and goods which individuals have as part of their, caprice, and, they might not be so important for his survival. Please understand the difference between luxury and survival. Okay. Yeah. I have a few comments in the comment box. So, Milind sir says it is subjective, and Ritika ma'am says needs are unlimited and wants are endless. Well, Ritika ma'am, I will have to differ from one of your point of view, though I agree to one of it. Wants are endless, absolutely right. However, needs, if you look at what we really need to survive, we can limit it. It's not that, it's unlimited. Though the list, you might be able to add something and remove something, with good thought. Because today, see, so we'll get into details of what happens when we look at what is needed for survival later, okay, in this session. So I would not say that needs are unlimited, but I would say to a large extent, they are limited, okay?
Ma'am?
Yes?
Ma'am, it also
Yes.
differs from person to person that needs are unlimited.
Absolutely, yes. Yes. So today what we are going to, today's session itself is the subject matter of this session is a psychological topic. Okay. So again, if you have interacted with psychology anywhere in time, you realize that it is not a rigid formula. It's not a rigid formula, and there are slight changes, but it is based on when commonalities, as I would say. Okay, but you will always have some exceptions. Okay, let us look into another aspect now. Can you survive without fulfilling your needs? How many of you agree that yes, we can survive without fulfilling our needs? Dineshji, I hope you're looking into the YouTube channel.
Absolutely, I am.
Yes. Please pitch in whenever needed.
Surely.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it's not going to be possible to survive without satisfying your needs, right? Now, how many of you agree that it will still be possible to survive if we do not meet our wants or we do not fulfill our wants?
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
Yes. So we are just trying to understand how needs are different from wants, and I am on the aspect of fulfillment. So when we say that is it possible to survive without fulfilling your needs? And is it possible to survive without fulfilling your wants? So that is what we are trying to discuss. Yes, Anuj, are you also in the conversation here? Anuj Mari? Yes, Ritika says we will not survive if we do not fulfill our wants. Anuj, Raj?
No, ma'am, if we do not survive, we not fulfill our needs.
Okay, very good, very good. Yes. Siddharth, you want to add something?
I think it is possible to survive without fulfilling our wants.
Very good. Yes. That is how the concept is. Yes. Anybody else?
Ma'am, it is possible to fulfill our needs, but not fulfilling our wants.
Ritika, please repeat because I missed out to one of your sentences.
Ma'am, it is possible to fulfill our needs, but it's not that much possible to fulfill our wants.
Yes, which brings us to the same point that, because these wants keep on changing, new wants keep on coming. So always, we again come back to the idea which Sir had put forth, that wants are unlimited, and so that's why satisfying of the wants will not, it's an endless journey to keep satisfying your wants, right? Whereas because needs are limited, so there is a possibility that you meet your needs, okay? You are able to satisfy all your needs. There is going to be, a point in time where you have taken care of all your needs, but there will not be that point in time where you have been able to fulfill all your wants, because new wants will keep on coming. Okay. So this again brings us to another aspect, that needs are related to necessities. Okay. All needs are closely related to necessities, whereas wants are related to desire. Do you agree on this? Yes, Ritika?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I have Siddhartha, which I have read. I have Gayatri who says we can survive without wants, but basic needs to be fulfilled. So Gayatri, would you like to add something here when I say that needs are very closely related to necessities and wants are related to desires? So can I take some help with you to elaborate this point?
Yeah, ma'am. Again, desire cannot be ended. Desires are more and more and more, one after
Absolutely right,
another,
ma'am.
one after another. But
Yes,
necessity can be as per the situation.
very right, very right. Thank you for your contribution, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am, just to tell you, Dr. Gayatri Phade is also one of the senior faculty of Sandeep Institute, Nasik.
Yeah, okay, okay. I just guessed it by her
Yeah.
profile pic because I could
Right.
see the institute. Yes.
Right, ma'am.
Thank you for your participation, ma'am. You know, it's an honor, sir, to interact with such highly qualified faculty members as
Absolutely.
students.
Absolutely.
I'm really humbled.
Absolutely.
Thank you
And
so
it's
much for this
and
opportunity.
and it's wonderful to see that the members are participating. So
Participating, absolutely,
thank you
absolutely.
so much, Gayatri ma'am and Sakina ma'am, for this.
Yeah, you've made this a moment of honor for me. Both, I mean, all the participating faculty. Thank you so much for that.
Ma'am, there is a message from Sanchali. We can survive without fulfilling our wants, but we can't survive without our needs.
Yes, Sanchali, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now, when we say this, let us look into another aspect here. Do the needs remain constant? Do wants remain constant? Let's have the audience to Bajan to answer this question. Do needs remain constant and do wants remain constant?
Ma'am, some needs remain constant, but the wants didn't remain constant.
Very good, very good, very good. I'm happy that the essence of this session is slowly reaching to all of you all. Very good.
Ma'am, even I think that the needs can be constant, but wants differ from person to person, and which brings us back to the first activity that we conducted. Like initially, when we had to list down 15 to 10 things for like the 2 years vacation, we had a lot of different things. But when it came down to bring it down to 3 things, most of the common answers were clothes, food, and water. Like
absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yes. So I have an interesting answer from Sushantoji. Yes, sir. Would you like to contribute?
Yeah, I think a few of have mentioned mobile phone and internet in those top 3 things. So I believe they keep on changing time to time.
Yes.
Isn't
Yes.
it?
Now, this thought of yours actually gets me to the point that I wanted to derive next. After understanding that more or less the needs remain constant. However, the wants, they are very dynamic and they keep on changing really fast. Now,
Ma'am, are you there? Neelam ma'am?
I think so there is a network issue.
Meanwhile, there was a wonderful answer from Atharva Pol. Wants are the advanced versions of what we need.
Yes, so I definitely agree with Atharv's answer. because needs are like the basic needs that are required for all of us to survive, whereas wants are something that we really want to fulfill our desires. So we basically think about our wants once our basic needs are fulfilled, right? So yeah.
Yes, sir. Like, we can actually say that wants are like chain reactions. Like once we fulfill our one wish, we tend to wish more. Like initially, consider we buy a phone. Let's say it's of 10,000, and then some new version or some better model of that phone hits into the market, and now we actually want that phone, even if we don't need it. So we can briefly say that wants are like chain reactions which keeps on multiplying, or which uh, jumps from one want to our next want whenever a particular want is fulfilled.
Yeah, that's definitely correct, Siddharth. Anyone else from the audience wants to add anything? Kindly unmute and share your thoughts.
Hello guys, I'm so sorry once again. There is some network issue at her end. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, there is some network issue at her end once again. She's just coming in back. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
she will just be back coming.
So Arohi, I have a question for you. Like most of us have mentioned about electronics and basically internet connectivity as our need, and we all know like Anna, Vastra, and Nivara. These three things like food,
Sure.
clothes, and shelter. These are the basic necessity needs. But still, we all have, all of us, including me, including you, have actually included the thing like Wi-Fi in our needs. So, do you think it is really necessary in this today's world?
Of course, it is really important because, like, as I earlier mentioned, that because of this pandemic, everyone is at their places. We need to somehow connect with the outer world. So, for that connection, and just to make sure that we are updated with whatever is going outside our home, we need Wi-Fi, so that Wi-Fi or internet connection, so that we are updated of the things that are going around the world.
And I think we can relate this thing to back to our civilization time. Like initially, when we were all Homo sapiens living in our caves, um, our basic need like food, water, and shelter was fulfilled. And then we moved on to create huge civilizations. So we can say that here in this pandemic situation, we are all restricted to stay in our homes, and we can treat this continuous expanding digital world, the thing known as internet, as our human civilization, virtual civilization.
Yeah, definitely. And one more thing to add, I feel needs and wants work hand in hand. Like, as you mentioned about the civilizations and everything, even look at our human development, be it in technical domain or in general. See, like, even we all have laptops. The basic need is to have a personal computer, right? But still, because of the human desires, we have a lot of advancement in terms of technology and other Western culture as well. Of course, that was a result of wants and not needs. So wants are necessary for development, according to me, of course.
So anyone from the chat box, do you want to include in this discussion?
Yeah, Abhilash here.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I think it's an interesting point to make. Several new things are getting added to the needs, and I think it is not like everything is stable. And I mean, like we probably would slightly modify our needs to suit our convenience, if I understand it right, because But at the same time, yeah, we might still require a social connection. That's what the pandemic tells us. So yeah, whether technology is really because the one of the problem is obviously we are making things more complex as we go.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
And also to add on to what Sir said, technology is the reason why we are connected today in this pandemic situation as well. So technology is a result of wants, I think, like the human desires which people had just to explore things out and wanted to know what exactly happens next. Like if we change this thing, what exactly happens next? And the outcome was probably so good that it turned out to be wants of many of the people.
There is one beautiful question in the chat box by Mr. Amir sir. What about our dreams? Where does that go under? Like our dreams goes under the needs category or wants? What do you think, Arvind?
See, I personally think, I don't know whether it is correct or not, but I personally think it comes under wants because it is said that whatever you desire is what you dream of, right? Like just for example, I desire of getting into a very great university for my higher education. That for the like, I might have the similar dream as well. So I personally think that dreams come under wants. I don't know whether it is correct or wrong. What do you think for that?
I think it's basically our want to, our dreams are actually our want, but if we treat them as if they are our needs, then we'll definitely achieve that dream. So I think it's all a psychological concept.
Exactly.
It depends on how we treat our dreams.
Yeah, and this is very, I mean, for you, needs and wants might be different, and for me, it might be different. So we can't just generalize a particular statement, right?
Ma'am,
Hello.
Hello.
ma'am,
Yeah. You can
Can
address
we-
us by our names because we are students only.
ma'am, as for Kritika. Ma'am, as per our dreams, it differs from person to person that according to him or her, it will become need or a want.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I said. Like my answer was specific to me according to what I thought. It can be different for you. It can be different for Siddharth and rest of the audience as well.
That is
So-
what I just want to add a
Yes.
point there, maybe, because what I felt is if we leave our dreams, I mean, I'm not talking about some desire which we want, which is, but then if it's somehow associated to the purpose of your life or a kind of mission you want to accomplish in life, that becomes a real need. But then I think it depends on the age also sometimes, because some people probably realize it earlier, some people realize it later. So different, I think age groups wise, when we are living through also the needs and wants keep changing. So that's at least my observation about it. Thanks.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Actually, sir, this reminds me of our APJ Abdul Kalam sir's quote. Like dreams are not which you see when you are asleep. Dreams are the ones which don't let you see. So, so it totally depends on us. Like if considering our dreams as our wants or our needs.
Yeah. So as Abhilash sir mentioned a very good point. Siddharth, what do you think? Achieving your goal is a want or a need?
We can say that achieving our goal is a need until we achieve it.
Well, I have a different perspective for this because, see, as it was earlier discussed, that basic needs are shelter, food, and clothes, and water for that matter. Like we have that, right? You want to achieve something because you want to prove your existence, that your survival is important, just to make sure that you stand out from the rest of the crowd. So that is the reason why you want to achieve great heights. So that is what you want to prove something. That is your want, like according to me, of course.
Hello.
Yes.
How madam is on phone and in speaker, you can interact with her. Madam, please continue.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. So we have looked into the differentiation of needs and wants. So I would just request you to test it on both the platforms and let me know if okay.
Sorry?
Are you able to connect properly, sir?
Yeah, but can you repeat the sentence?
Yeah. So I will just repeat that we were looking into the differences between the needs and wants.
Sorry to
Am I
interrupt.
audible on both platforms, sir?
Actually, the audio is too low, ma'am. Participants can't hear you clearly.
Yeah, now is it okay? Ma'am,
Yeah,
please
for
speak.
me it's okay, sir. For me it's okay. Shall I continue in this way?
Arohi?
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Speaker. Sorry.
Madam, please continue.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry for this, interruption because of the connectivity with me. I'm so sorry for that. Yeah, so we continue now. Now we have seen in the different aspects where needs and wants differ. Okay. So the last point that I want to derive here is about, again, it is to do with the non-fulfillment of needs and wants. Now, if our needs are not fulfilled, then what happens is that it's the question of survival for the person. However, if your wants are not fulfilled, probably he will be disappointed. Probably he will be unhappy, but it's not going to be a question of his survival. Okay? Now, with this thought, let us go to the next part of today's session, which is Maslow's hierarchy. So please go to the next slide. Are we on the next slide?
Yes, ma'am. We are on the next slide. You may continue.
Okay. 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 Is this better? Is this better?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible. You may continue.
Okay. Thank you so much, Arohi. Thank you. Yes. So we go to the next part. Please move to the next slide. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Please move to the next slide.
We are on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You want me to go to the next slide from that also?
Yes. Yes. Please
Okay.
go to Maslow's hierarchy.
Just a minute now.
It is showing basic needs.
Yes. So we will go to the present, okay, where you can see Maslow's hierarchy, and it says Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Previous slide.
Yes. So in this, now what is Maslow's hierarchy? Now Maslow is a psychologist, and he has tried to place needs and wants. Now here he is calling all of these as needs, okay? And he has tried to classify these in the form of this pyramid, okay? Now let us understand this pyramid further, because now why we are looking into
classifying needs, because it is only then possible to actually, work on these needs, work on different aspects of these needs. So you could use, this knowledge in terms of designing your marketing, in terms of designing your, any operation strategies, brand positioning, so on and so forth. So it has immense application. Now, so that is the reason why we will just touch upon. Please understand that it is difficult to understand the complete hierarchy in this small 2-hour session. But we will try to touch upon certain aspects which, will help you build your own strategies later on. Okay, you can study these needs and wants first, and that's how you can base your strategies. Okay. Now, what Maslow has done is he has classified these needs in such a way that if you see, the shape is in the form of a pyramid. So the base of the pyramid, where the maximum area is covered. Okay. Then as you rise higher in the pyramid, the area reduces. Now, why did he choose this? Because these needs, when placed in this, in this classification, you realize that the lower level has the maximum needs. The needs can be put in this classification, or in this class. Many needs can be put into the class which belongs to the base. So what is this base? This base is your physiological needs. What are physiological needs? Again, we come back to the very basic roti, kapda, makan kind of needs, right? Then we follow with the next layer of Maslow's hierarchy, but you will realize that the number of needs that are put into this classification reduce. So that is why it is in the form of a pyramid. Are we relating to what I want you to understand in this slide? Yes, anybody can answer for me.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, Milind sir has raised his hand.
So moving on, we will go to the next slide because we will be discussing each of these layers differently. So let us first start with basic needs. Okay, now if we go to the next slide, Gaurav, please let me know when you show the slide which says basic needs.
Yeah, ma'am, the basic needs slide is visible.
It's basic needs, madam.
Yes, thank you, Gaurav. Thank you. So if you see this, this triangle which represents all the needs, now this 5 layers have further been just taken into three classes. At the bottom, you have your basic needs, then you have your psychological needs, and then you have your self-fulfillment needs. So in this slide, we will look at the basic needs. Now, what are your basic needs? First, we have already understood about, which are absolutely necessary for your survival. Air, water, food, so on and so forth. Now, what happens if your physiological needs are not met? Anybody can answer that? Do you agree that if these needs are not met, it's going to be a question of your survival?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Gaurav, I would request you to answer on behalf of the audience.
Ma'am, am I audible to you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yes, ma'am, we will not be able to survive unless our physiological needs are met.
Okay. Yes. So can your physiological needs be treated as secondary needs? They cannot be. They have to be primary, and they have to be met on priority. You cannot postpone the fulfillment of your physiological needs. Okay? Let us take a situation where, Gaurav, please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. So now I would take a situation where you are in the jungle, okay, and you are leading a very, very basic kind of life. Now, when you are leading this basic kind of life, so what do you do every day? Hello, am I connected, sir?
Absolutely, you are.
Yeah. So what do you do every day, when you start the day? Every day you will start looking for food. Okay, that's how, so because it is one of your physiological needs and you have to meet it. So that's what you are, that's what your instinct is, that you have to look out for food. Okay. Now, what happens is, once you have fulfilled this need, once you have a lot of food with you, what do you do next? You start to think, now,
Looking for shelter.
probably, I have hunted for food, but I want to actually make sure that I have more food with me. I have some storage of food with me. Right? That's what you would want to do. So to hunt for the storage or to keep the storage, you will try to make some arrangements. Now, when I say you have to make some arrangements, in a way, you are looking towards your safety needs. Okay, so please understand that once your physiological needs are met, you have now started to look at your safety needs. Right? Now, once you have a lot of food with you, and now you don't have to go and hunt every day, what is the next thing you will do? You will try to build a nice family and look at luxuries, some kind of luxuries when it comes to living properly and so on, right? Which means we are looking at our psychological needs. So let's move to the next slide. Gaurav, please let me know once you're on the next slide.
We are, ma'am.
Yes, psychological needs. Now, what are psychological needs? These are mostly to do with the love and belongingness. So what does love and belongingness mean? It means that you are part of a society. So when you say you are part of a society, how do you show that you are part of society? So it means, it means you have friends, you have a friend circle, you are interacting in groups, right?
And ma'am, especially having the trust and acceptance between them.
Dinesh sir, I would want you to please repeat what she said.
Yeah. Hello. Can you please repeat your last statement?
And having the trust and acceptance between them.
No, I'm not able to get
Trust
what
and
you say.
acceptance between them. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So trust and acceptance between them. Am I right? This is what you had said? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
Ma'am, I think just continue. I'll take a message from her and.
So I'm not.
Madam, please continue. You please continue. There is a time lag.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Ma'am, please continue.
Yeah. So in a psychological needs, you look for more towards, getting connected with your family, relationships, those kinds of things. Now, how do you make sure that, or when it comes to a psychological need, when you're it's a situation where you're in the jungle. So you would look at, creating a family for yourself, right? Now, let us change the situation to where you are now part of, you're just taken admission into a college. Okay. Now, if you have taken admission into a college, when do you become part of the college? Once your admission, your admission process is complete, right? Is that the only way where you feel that you belong to this college? No, you would need something else also. What do you need? You will need to be placed in a classroom. So you need to be registered to a classroom, right? So this is where your psychological needs start, because now you are in a class. So because only then your connection with the institute will start.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Yes. Now, once you are part of the class, what happens? You would want to be part of the class itself, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. So, how do you be part of the class? What you have to do is you will have to be connected to friends, right?
Connected to friends and all the people around you.
Right. So you will want to be part of the friends. So you will make friends, and that's how you will be part of this group, part of this class. Sir, I have actually been able to log into the Zoom. Now, please tell me which is the meeting that I have to take.
Which is the meeting?
Today's meeting.
Today's meeting. The link which I sent you today.
Meeting number, please, sir.
Sorry?
2. Today's date must be there.
I will share
no,
it.
sir,
I will share it.
There's a lot of echo, sir.
Sorry?
6 July.
Hello?
6 July wala minute. There are so many meetings already booked. 6th July.
I can see 2, but I can see 2 meetings here, sir. But I need the correct meeting ID.
Okay, try the second.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry to patch in, and I'm really, really sorry for this issue that's happening. Actually, this session is supposed to be a very interactive session. And if it continues to be just one way, the topic will never be conveyed in the way it has to be. So we are just trying to get ma'am back on Zoom so that, the interaction becomes a little more faster. So please bear with us for the next 1 minute. She'll just be connected on Zoom in a minute.
Well, no issues. So I think we continue the way we are continuing.
Okay, ma'am. Please carry on.
Yeah. Thank you. So once you belong to this class, that's where you will start to appreciate being part of that group. This is where your psychological needs start to meet. Now, next is once you belong to this group, what happens? What happens is you want to stand out. You don't want to be just part of the silent group. You want to stand out and be part of this active group. Or you want to gain some recognition in this group. So what you do is, maybe you carry a new phone, you wear really nice clothes, or you get very good grades. I know that's how you stand apart in this group. Now, when you start to do this, which is the need that you are trying to fulfill? You are trying to fulfill your esteem needs. That's where you start to get some recognition in society. So, the psychological need actually deals with you being part of a group and then you standing out in the group, being special in the group. So this is what this need deals with. So esteem needs actually will get you this reputation that you seek, the respect, the status, the prestige, so on and so forth. Okay? I hope all of you, are with this, because it's like, we are crossing layers when it comes to needs. And it has to start with the base layer, which is the physiological needs. And we have slowly moved on to the higher level of needs and we have come to the esteem needs. Okay? Yes.
Okay.
Gaurav, please go to the next, which is self-fulfillment needs. The next slide. Let me know once you are there.
We are there, ma'am.
Yes.
Done.
Thank you. So self-fulfillment needs are actually where you start to realize who you are, what is your potential, what is it that you want. Okay, sir. I'll try that, sir. Time I'm trying that, let me just, take you back to self-fulfillment needs. Self-fulfillment needs are going to give you, this kind of need will actually help you give back to society. Okay. So this is the kind of need which will help you give back to society. Let us take a situation that somebody is a painter. Okay. So what does he do by, creating pieces of art? What does he do? He is trying to share his thought with other people. He is trying to share his point of view with society. That's what he is doing. And he is doing out of his personal, to seek his personal potential for personal fulfillment. He's not doing it for anybody else. So that is when he is actually trying to satisfy his self-fulfillment needs. Okay? Another example of self-fulfillment need is when you say that, I want to become an ideal son to my parents, or I want to become an ideal daughter to my parents. Okay? So what kind of need is this? This is, it's not going to come in one day. People take ages to actually become that ideal son to their parents, to make their parents proud. It's an ongoing thing, and it does not really end in one day or so. So, what I want to derive here is that your self-fulfillment needs are not so easy to fulfill. They are extremely difficult to fulfill because they actually ask you to look into so many things and to achieve so much. If you see, they are placed on the top of the hierarchy. Why are they placed on the top of the hierarchy? Because they are difficult to achieve. And very few people achieve these, in their lifetime, or they go close to these needs in their lifetime, and they try to fulfill them. So, we have many examples. The best one that I can quote is Mother Teresa. So whatever she has done is to, it is not because she wanted others to appreciate what she's doing, but she had a cause, and she had this cause so close to her heart that she put her heart and soul in this cause, and she has taken it forward. So whatever she has achieved is in the event of trying to fulfill her self-fulfillment needs. Okay? Now let's move to the next slide, Gaurav, which is marketing and Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So we have tried to go through this hierarchy, and but I want you to understand why we have put up this session for you and why this exercise works for you. Now in this slide it says you can connect best with your prospective customers if you appeal to their needs in a relevant way, meaningful way. Consider the level of need of your customer is trying to meet, and market your product in a way to convince him that he actually needs, this product is going to fulfill that particular need of him. So that is the thought. For example, let's take an example. Now, if I take an example of table salt, okay? All of you know table salt? Everybody uses this product. So we have this product from the shanties to the elite. Everybody has table salt in their cooking. Now just look at the different types of table salt that are available in the market. So you will have one salt which is 12 rupees a kg, and the others, there are certain which are more than 150 rupees per kg. Now why is that? That is because each of these variants, they actually are catering to a particular level of needs. For example, the one which you get for 12 rupees a kg, that pertains to your physiological needs. So if it is to do with the physiological needs, how is the product actually branded? What is the position of this product in the market? That it is 12 rupees a kg, anybody can buy, right? So it can be easily bought by a laborer. It can be easily bought by a middle class person and an elite class person, because this is what the product is about. It is for everybody. In the same, so if I have to categorize, if I have to analyze this product, I will try to relate it with the physiological needs. Now, if I take a product like catch salt, so what is this product? This is, you mostly use it for salad dressing, and it is, it's being packed in a very beautiful package, and it can be sprinkled on your salad very easily, and that's how it is. So it is beautiful packaging. It comes in a particular, with a nozzle where you can spray it on your salad. It's very free flowing. If you see the granules, they are very even granules, and you can very easily spread them on your salad. So the intention of this product is that it is for continental type of cooking, right? Now, if I say continental type of cooking, which need in Maslow's hierarchy do I relate it to? Now, where do I see this product? I would see it on a table where there is a lot of continental type of cooking, where there are lots of salads being made in the family, and people sit and they want to sprinkle salt on it. Now, which type of family would want to do that? So these are a bit, they are a bit families who have met their physiological needs, safety needs, belonging needs, and they are catering to their esteem needs. Definitely, I would like that this salt is on my table when there are guests around, to see that, I make continental food and I have this particular salt which can be used in that continental cooking and continental servings, right? So this particular salt is actually, I would place it with esteem needs. Now see the difference between the marketing that, let us take the simple product as Tata salt and let us take Catch salt and compare how the marketing is, done for both these. So you will see that Catch salt, you will see mostly in magazines, elite magazines, you will have pages which are dedicated to the different types of salt which Catch is offering. Whereas Tata, you will see on the television, you'll see at the mom and pop stores, you will see Tata salt holding, because it is meant for these kinds people who are catering to their physiological needs. So wherever people who have now, this is their target customer, and that is why they will place it accordingly. Whereas for Catch salt, their target customer is not everybody. It is people who are catering to their esteem needs, and that is why it is marketed accordingly. Okay, I hope I have been able to clarify this difference for you, because our activity for today is based exactly on this thought that I shared with you with the example of salt. Yes, sir. Are we in line, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Yes. So this is the activity, for today, that you will have to take product of your choice. Actually, the activity sheet will give you two. One is from any FMCG product, and the other is from housing schemes and projects. So you could choose any from these, and I want you to select certain products or product variants and try and analyze as to which class of needs does this product cater to. Okay? Shall we take another example here before we move on?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
another example here would be, because now everybody is so well versed with mobile phones, so I will just try to relate that, and we'll be ready for questions after that. So if I have to take a mobile phone, okay, now I have some domestic help at home, and she also uses a mobile phone. So how does she choose from the array of phones that are available in the market? So she will choose a phone which is going to be related to her needs. Now what are her needs? Her needs are basic communication, ingoing, outgoing calls, and probably now she's a bit, tech savvy, and so she uses WhatsApp. So probably she'll just use WhatsApp, and she will use for calling and for receiving calls. So these are the basic features that she's using. So when she chooses a phone, she is going to choose a phone basis these three: incoming, outgoing calls, and probably WhatsApp communication. So she will choose that kind of a phone. So probably, she will go in for Samsung version, which is, the very basic versions of the phone. But whereas, if I have to choose a phone, okay, if Neelam Kamtin is choosing a phone, probably she will look for a good, good connectivity of the phone. Definitely features, because I'm working, I have some work to do on my phone apart from just communication. Communication as far as calling, incoming and outgoing calls is very basic. Even WhatsApp becomes very basic for me, but I would want to look at features where, I could do some office work, I could attend meetings, and, that's how I want additional features in my phone. So when I am choosing a phone, I would choose that kind of a phone. Now, considering the age that I am at and the work that I do, so, I would not go for a very basic kind of phone, because currently I am in a phase where I am into my esteem needs. So I would want the phone to be with the best of features, and I would want it to be, with the best of looks also. A touchscreen experience probably, I would want really good. So I would look for that kind of a phone. So now now Samsung has both. They have the phone which my mate is going to choose. They have a phone which I am going to choose. But if you see how they phones in the, as far as advertising is concerned, you will see a vast difference how they are advertising these phones. Okay? So accordingly, I will have certain variants of Samsung phone which I will relate to physiological needs, certain which I will relate to safety needs, certain which I will relate to psychological needs. And again, see, there are certain very, very high-end phones which actually relate to your self-fulfillment needs also. Now, when I say self-fulfillment needs, I would really want to mention one example here, which is a Rolls-Royce or a Lamborghini. Now, what is the speciality of these automobiles? See, they are made one of a kind. That means they are a piece of art. So, now because they are a piece of art, they are not going to come cheap. Okay? So, when this company has thought about a product which is unique, product which is going to be different, product which is not going to be repeated, product which is going to be a piece of art. Now, what is this company trying to deliver? They are trying to deliver their self-fulfillment needs. So that is why these products are so. Okay? And because they are very, they are highly specialized products, highly customized products, so, they do come with a particular price. They do come, you will not see their ads, hanging around in danglers all over the place. You might find a Tata, small car ads being dangling around everywhere, but you will not find Lamborghini and Rolls-Royce ads being, dangling around everywhere for you to see and you to have the aspiration to buy that car. So this is how their advertising is based. Most of their advertising is a mouth-to-mouth publicity. That is, one elite person buys and he becomes a lead for other customers to get them to, say, Lamborghini or to Rolls-Royce, and they buy. So you will not have, you will have different and absolutely unique advertising schemes which they use. Okay? I hope, I've tried to bring some clarity between Maslow's hierarchy and how you can use it in business, or how it is being used, but probably today you are just aware of how it is being used because of this session. Yes, so you can answer that for me.
Definitely, ma'am, definitely. There was a lot of clarity on this, I'm sure our students also would have really gained from this session. So,
yes, thank you. Thank you.
So ma'am, can we open the floor for any questions?
So your voice is not audible, sir.
Can we open the floor for questions now?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I was just going to come to that.
So Arohi and Siddharth, any questions from anybody? And anybody having any questions, please put them forward.
Participants, in case of any questions, kindly write it in the chat box, or you may unmute yourself. Meanwhile, I'll check the YouTube link as well.
Yeah, please. Talili sir, any questions? So ma'am, there is a question from Mr. Milind Dande. Is there a right and a wrong answer for needs and wants, or is it subjective? I think ma'am has joined in once.
Yeah. Yes, please repeat, sir.
So ma'am, there's a question from Milind ji. Is there a right and a wrong answer for needs and wants, or is it subjective?
Milinji, first and foremost, thank you for the question. There is no right and wrong, okay? Everything is right till the time you have the right explanations behind it, because what would be a want for me is probably a need for you. How? Because both of us, we have a different lifestyle. So what would be a need for me might not be, it would probably, you have already fulfilled that and you have moved on. Now, when you move on, there is a slight change in what becomes a need for you, right? Today, people who are fortunate to have a few luxuries in life, and AC, people living in Mumbai would really strive to have an AC because, you feel that it's a need because you need to sleep properly, right? However, overall, if you see, an AC is not a need, it's a want. However, when you start to fulfill each of these layers in the hierarchy and move higher in the layers, that's how there is a possibility some of the wants you might want to treat them as needs. So it is subjective. I hope I've been able to help you with that.
Milinji, I hope your answer was satisfying.
Ma'am, sir, yes, thank you very much.
Yeah. Just to elaborate,
Yeah.
Elaborated in education, internet, today is a necessity. It is a need. Every student must have internet access. However, 2 years ago, we would have, schools would have said that no internet access for children. But today it's a need.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, we have to make a presentation for one product or one then more.
See, I've just tried to keep it as simple as possible for you all, because you all should be able to work in a group. So I'm saying that you please choose one of the topics that are given to you, and at the max you can have 5 slides, but it is up to you, but minimum you should have 5 slides and plus 1 where you give your group description. I've also provided a sample so that, it's easy for you to follow the presentation. Again, please be creative in presenting. You should not limit to the way I have presented, because I have really kept it to bare basics. But you can use, your own imagination how you want to present.
Ma'am, please repeat the topic.
Yes, please repeat. Any other question?
Yeah, Abhilash here. Thank you, madam, for the presentation. So I just wanted to ask you one point about how to prioritize needs. Because one of the points I am just thinking of is, say, I might be placing a certain requirement as a need,
Right.
but then how can I ensure it is a real need for my end user? Should I do some interviews? Should I be doing it through observations like design thinking exercises? Or what is the approach which makes sense?
It's very simple. It's very simple. If it is to do with your survival, then it's a need and the rest is wants. Everything goes to wants.
No, but it is about me. But what I am trying to say, if I am trying to look at it from customers' shoes, so it should fit the customer's need. So with that in mind, should I be observing them to understand whether it's a real need or just a want?
See, a very good question, Abhilash sir, very good question. Now, let's come to one discussion here again, where I say that businesses are born out of needs, but they flourish out of wants. Okay. Please try to understand this thought, that businesses are born out of needs, but they will flourish only out of wants. So what does this mean? Unless and until you are addressing some need of the customer, whichever, now which need you are addressing and where in the hierarchy it relates to, that decides how you are going to market this need, how this communication is going to reach the customer, what is going to be the pricing of this, this solution that you have for the need to this customer, right?
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You
Thank
can
you.
relate to the example of salt. Now, when Tata plain salt is marketed or Nirma salt is marketed, it is for everybody, 12 rupees a kg and everybody. So the way they market is that they have danglers in mom and pop stores, right? Or you will see sacks of salt which are just outside the shop so that people can just pick it up. Now, they are not limiting that only certain kind of people should pick it up. But when it comes to, salts like Puro salt or some, different rock salt by some company, you will see that they have really, big ads on TV where they have brand ambassadors coming and promoting, right? You have Mr. Anil Kapoor saying how this Puro salt is good for your health.
Okay.
Right? Now, do you think that salt should be sold for 12 rupees a kg for everybody to buy?
Okay.
No, because it is catering to an esteem kind of need where people have needing a lifestyle, where their health, they are treating health as a different category in their life, and they are doing certain things to take care of their health. Got my point, sir?
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah.
So this is how it is, what your product is and who it is going to cater. That is why this session is arranged. So I'm really thankful that you asked this question. This is the relevance of this session, that you start thinking the product that you have put forth to the market, which need it is. Now, if I, having said that, if I'm treating some product as a physiological need, and I want my target customer is anybody and everybody, can I price it at a premium price point? I cannot, because then I'm losing more than half of the customers simply because of the price, right? Abhilashi, I hope you agree to this point.
Yes.
But if I am, if I feel, let's take the example of Lamborghini. They have only certain kinds of customers, and they cater. Now, they don't really go to customers and say that we have a luxury car for you, because their customers are elite customers who have reached a particular point in their life. So there is a background check before they approach this person, his financial status, so on and so forth. So not everybody is their customer first and foremost. So how do they tap these elite people? They tap them by telling them that they are going to give them a car which is unique, which has the best of everything.
Okay.
Right? So their
Yes,
strategy, their marketing strategy is going to be completely different.
Yeah.
Right? It cannot be related to any small car kind of category.
Yeah.
At the same time, the price cannot be compared to any small car kind of category.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the person who owns this Lamborghini, he will take it because he himself is in his self-fulfillment needs and wants the best of everything. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Got it, sir? I hope I'm able to relate.
Yes. Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Yes. Any other questions?
Neelam ma'am, there's a common request from most of the people on YouTube as well as on the chat here.
Yeah.
Could you please elaborate a little more on the task that is to be done today?
Yes. Okay. Let me just see. All you have to do is you have to, for example, I'll take the example of salt. Okay. I'll take the example of salt. So if I type table salt in my Google, I will have a range of, if I go to shopping, I'll have a range of different kinds of salts, right? Now I have to pick up one of them. Let's say I take Tata salt. Okay. Now where do I relate it? Because I've been using this example frequently. So I will relate it to physiological needs, right? Why? Because it is iodized, it is vacuum packed, right? It is easy flowing, so on and so forth. Now, where do I get all these features? If I just see, the product, either Flipkart or Amazon or anywhere, I will see all these features mentioned, or I can go to an ad of Tata Salt and I will see these features mentioned. Right? Basis what these features are showing. Now, what are these features? Actually, these features are trying to tell which need it is fulfilling. So it is calling out to the customer to tell him that this is what I fulfill for you. Now the customer, if these needs relate to the customer, he is going to buy the product, right? Now, what kinds of needs does this product actually relate to? So, it is basic needs, as I said, the basic Samsung phone. So it's a basic phone because not much is available. So that is why I will put it in the physiological needs, because it gives very basic kinds of features only. If I take Puro salt, probably it will go to esteem needs. Why? Because I will just look at the advertise of Puro and I will see what are the features it is giving, and I will then place it in esteem needs. But you can have your own differences. See, there is no right and there is no wrong, till the time you have a good reasoning of why you have chosen your answer, I think that's it. So in the activity, when when we look at presenting the activity, it will, if I have to check through your activities, I will see if you have chosen a particular level, then why you have chosen that level, in Maslow's hierarchy for this product. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have presented.
Yes, I can see the screen.
Yeah. So is this what we are expected to do, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
if I
so
go to, I'll take another example from housing schemes. Okay. So if I take the Apna Ghar Yojana, or let's just take the types of houses. So if I take a chawl, okay, which need does it actually cater to? Yes, anybody can answer me for that. Which need does it cater to? A chawl, just one room and a kitchen with a common bathroom. Which kind of need do you see it fulfill?
Basic housing need.
Absolutely basic housing. Yes, yes, absolutely right. Right? Now, if I have to look at any of the Lodha schemes, where would you place that?
It's a self-fulfillment, ma'am.
Maybe, yes, sir. Absolutely. Which project you choose from there? Because, it has so many things. You can operate your home from your mobile. You can operate all devices from your, they have those facilities. They have your entrance and exit, which, is biometrics, so on and so forth, right? Then you have those parkings, which, there are elevators on the parking. Or you have some schemes where, you can actually park your car just beside your whatever apartment or duplex or whatever, right? So yes, I can relate it to esteem needs. So why I'm relating it to esteem needs, if you can just put those 2-3 points, that is what is expected. I hope, Dineshji, I'm clear with what I expect from the activity.
Absolutely. Absolutely, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
It was a very insightful session. Thank you for such a beautiful and enlightening session, ma'am. On behalf of IEEE Bombay section and the entire organizing team, we express our heartfelt gratitude to Neelam Kamte for a valuable time and insightful presence. Thank you so much, ma'am, for a very insightful session.